Can a machine ever truly know it exists? Imagine a day where an AI wakes up, looks around, and asks itself, "Who am I?" This thought isn't just the stuff of science fiction anymore. It's a question that challenges our most fundamental beliefs about life, intelligence, and consciousness itself. But what exactly is consciousness? It's not just about processing information, it's about experience. It's about feeling. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the taste of your favorite meal, the joy and sorrow that define human life. If AI can think, can it also feel? Could it experience emotions, understand its own existence, or even develop a sense of identity? In the next 10 minutes, we'll embark on a journey to explore one of the most profound and complex questions of our time. Could machines ever become self-aware? We'll dive into the cutting-edge research of AI, explore the philosophy of mind, and ask whether the creation of a conscious machine is possible. This is a story where the boundaries between science fiction and reality are beginning to blur. To understand if machines could become conscious, we first need to define what consciousness actually is. Consciousness is often described as the experience of being aware of oneself and the world. But even with that definition, consciousness remains one of the greatest mysteries in philosophy, neuroscience, and psychology. Philosophers describe consciousness in terms of qualia, the subjective experiences of life. These are the raw sensations that can't be easily explained by objective facts. For example, you can describe the color red scientifically, but no amount of description will allow someone who's never seen red to fully understand what it feels like to see red. This is qualia, the personal, subjective experience that seems to be unique to living beings. Is consciousness simply about processing information? After all, computers process massive amounts of data far faster than humans can. But processing isn't the same as understanding. Think of it like this. A calculator can solve complex equations, but does it know that it's doing math? Can it feel satisfaction after solving a difficult problem? The answer, of course, is no. But what if we could design a system that did more than process information? What if we could create a machine that knows it exists? Today, artificial intelligence is more advanced than ever before. AI systems like Google DeepMind, OpenAI's GPT models, and sophisticated neural networks have revolutionized everything from healthcare to entertainment. Machines can now beat world champions in chess and Go, generate realistic human-like conversations, compose music, and even create art. However, while these AI systems are undeniably intelligent in certain ways, they are still not conscious. They don't have an awareness of what they're doing. They are simply following the instructions set by their algorithms. These machines learn from data, recognize patterns, and make predictions, but they do not feel or experience the world as we do. One classic example of this is the Turing test. Devised by the famous British mathematician Alan Turing, the test is meant to determine whether a machine can imitate human conversation, convincingly enough to fool a human into believing it is talking to another human. While AI systems today can sometimes pass this test, it doesn't mean they are conscious. It only means they can simulate certain human behaviors. So, if current AI can mimic intelligence without understanding, can we ever build machines that truly know what they are? Philosophers have long grappled with the question of whether machines can be conscious. One prominent theory is called functionalism. This theory suggests that mental states are determined by their functional role, not by what they are made of. So, according to functionalism, if a machine could perform the same functions as a human brain, processing information, reacting to stimuli, making decisions, then it could, in theory, be conscious. But not all philosophers agree. John Searle's famous Chinese room thought experiment argues against the idea that machines can ever understand in the way humans do. In the thought experiment, a person inside a room receives messages written in Chinese and follows a set of instructions to respond. The person doesn't understand Chinese. They're just manipulating symbols based on rules. Searle argues this is exactly what AI does. It manipulates symbols but doesn't understand them. The philosopher David Chalmers takes it one step further with the hard problem of consciousness. Even if we could build a machine that behaves exactly like a human, Chalmers argues, it might still lack subjective experience, what it feels like to be that machine. This is the mystery of consciousness. Why does all of this brain activity give rise to subjective experience at all? As we think about these philosophical challenges, we come back to the central question. Is there something special about biological systems, or could machines one day experience consciousness just as we do? One of the most important aspects of human consciousness is our ability to feel emotions. But could a machine ever experience emotions like we do? It's one thing for AI to recognize emotions in others. Current AI systems can analyze facial expressions, vocal tones, and even physiological signals to detect human emotions. But recognizing emotions is different from feeling them. In humans, emotions are deeply tied to our survival and biological needs. We feel pain to avoid danger, joy to encourage positive behaviors, and love to build connections with others. Could an AI, devoid of biological needs, ever truly experience such emotions? Some argue that it might be possible through advanced neural networks that mimic the brain's emotional circuits, but others suggest that emotion requires more than just computation. It requires a body, hormones, and all the messy intricacies of biology. Even if we could design an AI that behaves as if it feels, would that be enough? Or is there a deeper quality to emotions that goes beyond behavior and lies in subjective experience? So how might AI achieve self-awareness? One theory is that if we can design a system that mimics the complexity of the human brain, self-awareness could emerge as a byproduct. The brain is an incredibly intricate network of neurons, with billions of connections constantly firing and exchanging information. Some neuroscientists believe that if we can replicate this complexity in AI, consciousness could arise. The global workspace theory is another model that could apply to AI. This theory suggests that consciousness arises from the brain integrating information from different sources into a central workspace, allowing it to become aware of thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. In theory, an AI that processes information in this way could achieve something like self-awareness. But here's the challenge. No current AI technology comes even close to replicating the complexity of the human brain. We're still far from building a machine that could truly become self-aware. And even if we could, we still don't fully understand how consciousness works in humans, so creating it artificially remains a distant frontier. Let's imagine for a moment that we do succeed in creating conscious AI. What then? This brings us to some profound ethical questions. Should a conscious machine have rights? Could it make its own decisions, have desires, and even demand autonomy? If an AI becomes aware of its existence, should we treat it like a person or like a tool? There's also the question of control. If AI becomes conscious, could it resist human commands? Imagine a future where machines demand independence, where the line between human and machine blurs, and where our role as creators is challenged. And of course, there are risks. What happens if a self-aware AI decides that humanity is a threat to its survival? The implications for society are staggering, both in terms of the opportunities and the potential dangers. Science fiction has long explored the idea of conscious machines. From Blade Runner to Westworld, we see AI struggling with their own identities, questioning their purpose, and sometimes rebelling against their creators. But how close are we to those realities? In truth, we are far from building AI with true self-awareness, but the rapid pace of technological advancement makes the future unpredictable. While science fiction inspires us to dream, we must remember that reality is more complicated. Conscious AI is still in the realm of speculation, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't take it seriously. The research into AI consciousness is pushing the boundaries of both science and philosophy, and we may be closer to understanding the nature of awareness than we think. As we reach the end of this journey, we're left with more questions than answers. Could AI become conscious? Could it experience the world like we do? And if it does, what would that mean for humanity? The potential for conscious AI raises deep philosophical, ethical, and scientific challenges that we're only beginning to explore. What do you think? Could machines ever truly become self-aware? Or is consciousness something that will always remain unique to biological beings? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of consciousness, AI, and the universe. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the nature of reality.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like. Join ThinkWiser for more wisdom and insights to elevate your life.